Listen, the majority of men fail to recognize the telltale indicators that a woman is infatuated with them. They ignore the times when she is already engrossed in her feelings for you because they are so preoccupied with trying to win her over, deciphering every text, and determining whether she is interested. This is what's crazy. A lady may not always show it when she is truly in love. In fact, the signals might occasionally grow more subtle as her emotions deepen. However, psychologists claim that one indicator is so potent that it is nearly hard to replicate, and you'll know for sure when you see it. She's fallen hard. At the end, I'll make it clear. She's defending herself, so it's not what you may imagine. She's afraid. She's hoping you'll see it without her having to explain. I'll demonstrate the psychological indicators that imply she's not only intrigued, she has made an investment. She is secretly hoping that you share her feelings. Additionally, even though she is deeply in love with you, I will reveal the one error that causes her to fully conceal these emotions. The majority of males make this error without even being aware of it. You will have a clear idea of what to look for by the end of this. The actions that the majority of guys totally ignore, the signals that are concealed, you'll know that she has been yelling, "I'm falling for you," without uttering a word when you see them. Let's begin with the indication that is most misinterpreted. The one who, because you make her anxious, gives men the impression that she is withdrawing when in reality she is pulling herself together. Before we get there, though, you must comprehend why your brain is physically designed to ignore these indicators and why doing so is really shielding you from a worse situation. Why does your brain desire things that way? And why are you missing the signs? Imagine this. She chuckles at everything you say, but she averts her gaze when you stare at her. Sometimes she texts you first, but her responses come across as deliberate, thoughtful, and self-editing. She consents to hang out, but when you're by yourself, she becomes apprehensive and even restless. You speculate that she might be merely being amiable. Perhaps you start to back off because you don't want to misinterpret the scenario and she's not that into you. This is what you are unaware of. That anxiety isn't a sign of disinterest. She is attempting to conceal her true level of concern. This is where things start to get interesting, though. Relationship psychologists claim that men are unable to recognize these indicators for a neurological cause. It also has to do with the differences in how the brains of men and women receive emotional information. Because most guys are unable to comprehend this mentality. A lady is at ease, lighthearted, flirtatious, and even flirtatious when she is casually interested. However, she becomes cautious when her affections for you become genuine. She doubts herself. She doesn't want to frighten you away by coming on too strong. Why? Because the stakes have increased. She is no longer playing. She is concerned about this right now. This is the portion that seems absurd, but is supported by studies. Her behavior genuinely begins to resemble disinterest when her emotions surpass a particular threshold. Even she is unaware that she is using such a potent protective mechanism. She's not losing interest. Despite the change from carefree to cautious, she's attempting to keep you. Particularly in a society where being vulnerable might be perceived as weakness, women are hardwired to guard their feelings. Thus, her brain enters defense mode when she begins to experience genuine emotions. Every interaction is examined by her. She plays back talks. Does he feel this too, or am I about to make a fool of myself? She asks herself. However, there's something even more intriguing. Neuroscientists have found that a certain area of a woman's brain lights up when she falls madly in love. The same area that is active when someone exhibits obsessive-compulsive behavior. It's true that she has a neurological obsession with you, and all of that mental turmoil manifests as hesitant action. However, it has nothing to do with you. She is reluctant to disclose the depth of her involvement. Therefore, you can't rely just on what she says to determine whether or not she is falling for you. When she believes you're not paying attention, you have to watch what she does. Because there is one thing that women do when they are by themselves that makes everything clear. This will astound you if you've ever wondered what she does when you're not around. Since the truth resides there, we will address it in a moment, and we're going to break out precisely that. Nobody discusses the true indicators that she is falling hard. Please do me a favor before we get started. If you're prepared to finally comprehend what's truly happening in her head, click the like button. Due to the fact that 87% of viewers have not yet subscribed, that subscribe button is right there. If you're serious about learning about female psychology, your perspective on everything will be altered by what is about to happen. Come on. The first sign is that she can recall everything. However, it goes beyond what she recalls when she brings it up. That is, and by everything, I mean it. That casual remark you made about your favorite childhood snack 3 weeks ago. She recalls the tale you told about your dog when you were 12. She has it saved. While most people overlook the little things, a woman who is in love with you is gathering bits of you as if they were priceless treasures. Why? Because she now values you. Because she is creating a comprehensive image of you. Her brain is unconsciously cataloging every aspect. However, this is what psychologists found. Her timing in bringing up these memories reflects the depth of her emotions. Additionally, she will occasionally bring up something you said a few weeks ago, confirming that she thinks about you all the time, even when you're not together. Here's the worst part. Later on, she will discuss these specifics in the most informal manner. She may remember your mother's name, your favorite movie, or that strange thing you mentioned you wanted to try someday, but it doesn't really matter. It's not a coincidence. Investment is what that is. The second sign is that she makes up reasons to be close to you. However, most men are unaware of a pattern in it. Not in a clear manner. She keeps appearing in your orbit, even if she isn't hurling herself at you. When you announce that you're heading to a particular coffee shop, all of a sudden, she's also there. She tends to gravitate toward your side of the room if you're in a group setting. She follows the same path, volunteers for the same projects, and puts herself in close proximity to you when you're together. It was close enough for you to be able to touch her if you so desired. Here's the crazy thing, though. Researchers observed women's closeness tendencies when they fell in love and found that they maintain a particular distance. Not too far, not too close. And that distance shows just how afraid she is of her own emotions. Primitive psychology is what this is. Humans instinctively shorten physical distances when they are attracted to someone. We want to be in their vibe and in their place. She isn't thinking, I need to stand within 3 feet of him. Her body is drawn to you instinctively. Additionally, relationship gurus claim that one particular body position she adopts when standing close to you is the ultimate tell. I'll tell you in a moment, but first you must comprehend indication number 3, which goes against everything you've been told about attraction. The third sign is that she feels uneasy with you in a particular way. Additionally, pickup artists teach the exact opposite. Not that I'm uneasy or anxious. My heart races when I'm around you. She could fidget with her jewelry, touch her neck, and play with her hair more. When she speaks to you, her voice may get a little louder or softer. These actions are self-soothing. She is attempting to settle herself down without you noticing as her nervous system responds to you. This is what sounds crazy, though. According to body language specialists, if she frequently makes a particular motion, and while speaking to you, she is deliberately resisting the temptation to touch you rather than merely being afraid. Additionally, the majority of men interpret this gesture as indifference because this is the reality. A woman's body speaks louder than words when she feels safe but thrilled around you. Now, you must comprehend a crucial point before I reveal that gesture. When a woman is deeply in love, she may say something that sounds like she's friend-zoning you, but it actually means the exact opposite. She is already emotionally invested if she stated this to you. I'll tell you exactly what that term is, so keep watching. She's invested in your viewpoint. Sign number 4. However, take note of the questions she poses. She wants to get your thoughts on issues that are important to her. Her choice of career, her new hairstyle, the book she's reading, and she genuinely takes your advice into consideration. She doesn't simply nod and go on. She considers it. Occasionally, your words even lead her to reconsider. This is significant since it indicates that she respects your viewpoint. She allows you to have an impact on her world, and only when someone is very important to you does it occur. However, psychologists find something unsettling. She will ask you a question about a certain subject that shows she is already envisioning a future with you. Additionally, she is testing your ability to see that future by bringing up this subject. The majority of guys respond incorrectly without realizing it, the one indication that validates everything. Now, keep in mind that I stated at the outset that there is one sign that is nearly impossible to falsify, the one who unequivocally states that she has fallen deeply. It's right here. She begins to prioritize your welfare over her own comfort. When you're unwell, she will drive across town to bring you soup. If you need someone to chat to, she will cancel her plans. Even if it puts her at social risk, she will stand up for you. Costly signaling is the term used by psychologists to describe this. She is prepared to give up her comfort, time, and effort for you. And only when there is a genuine and profound emotional commitment can people act in that way. She is no longer falling when you see this. She's fallen already. This is the body position I previously described. Even if her body is turned away and she is speaking to someone else, if she is standing close to you and her feet are aimed squarely at you, her subconscious is letting you know that you are the focus of her attention. And that expression that sounds like friend zoning but isn't. She says things like, "You're so important to me," or "I don't want to lose you." You're not in the friend zone with her. Her feelings are becoming too intense and she fears losing you. And the error made by men that leads women to conceal their emotions. It occurs when you fail to return the modest favors, when you fail to acknowledge what she remembers about you. She knows it's unsafe to express how much she cares when she opens up and you shift the topic. What all of this entails. This is the issue. A lady is navigating a maze of emotions when she is deeply in love with you. Fear, optimism, excitement, and vulnerability. She is afraid that you won't feel the same way, yet she still wants you to notice. In order to avoid taking a chance on total rejection, she offers hints and breadcrumbs in the hopes that you would see them. She's not merely intrigued if you see several indicators on this list. She is deeply involved. She can no longer pretend to be cool. You're worth the danger, according to her heart. What will you do with such information, I wonder? Because don't keep her waiting if you feel the same way. Don't leave her wondering. Give her a hint that you're falling too and that you see her. I've made a follow-up to this video that explains the psychology of emotional safety in case you want to know exactly what to say, to make her feel comfortable enough to express her actual emotions. It is included in the description that follows. And be honest if you don't feel it. Show kindness. Just because the attention feels good doesn't mean you should drag her along. In any case, you now possess the clarity that most guys do not. You see what she has been attempting to convey to you throughout. If this struck a chord with you, please hit the subscribe button and leave a comment saying thank you, so focused on the important things. Next week, we'll expose the dark psychology tactic used by women to try to win you over. You won't want to miss it.